real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Kiana Glover says she and the defendant both grew up poor, with family members who were on drugs, and they bonded over their backgrounds. Kiana claims the defendant likes to drink, and she gets feisty when she's intoxicated, and Kiana's suing her for the cost of a car. Defendant Lanisha Burks says nothing. So watch this. It's a first for us here at Judge Mathis.
Start with you.
Well, I've been knowing Lanisha for about 13 years. We grew up, we had the same background where as far as we grew up poor, not having too much family on drugs, and just both our family was just going through a whole lot of stuff. So we kind of built our relationship over that. So we made a pact we was going to be best friends. It forced me to grow up fast because I had a child. I graduated high school, I had my child at 21. So after I moved on with my life, Lanisha, she continued to stay back and, party, drinking, and all of this stuff. And Lanisha, when she drinks, she gets really feisty. 2011 New Year's Eve, we was at a party. We're at a friend's house, and she lit some weed in my friend's house. And my friends was telling her, like, no, you can't smoke in this house. If you want to smoke, you can smoke outside. So she's like, no, I'm not going outside. No, I'm not going outside to smoke, yada, yada, yada. So we got kicked out the party. Before I left the party, I poured me a cup of alcohol. So I'm walking down with another friend, and she's all, oh, Kiki, that's my nickname. She's like, Kiki, let me hit your drink. And I'm like, hold on, because I was talking. And she like, Kiki, let me hit your drink. I'm like, hold on, it's good, just wait. And so she like, let me hit your drink unless I'm gonna knock it out your hand. And I'm like, all right, for real, you gonna knock it out my hand? And then she just whacks it out my hand. And so I'm just like, I couldn't believe that she really just disrespected me like that. So since I just felt so disrespected, I'd like hit her in her mouth. And so after that, we got into it a little bit, but then it's like we grew up together, we love each other, we was best friends, so that's why we forgave each other.
Now,
for what
the family
we did.
problem you keep referring to, did any of it involve violence?
Violence,
Yes.
drugs.
Okay. And so you're following in the pattern?
Prostitution.
You're following in the pattern?
Am I following in the pattern?
Yes, of your family.
No,
This family
I go
that
to
you
work.
describe as dysfunctional.
No, I'm just saying the reason
No,
why
I'm
I
just
brought the
saying
family.
this. They engaged in violence.
Yes.
And so are you.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
well, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. They disrespected me, so I swung and busted her in the mouth.
You're right.
Man, that's the street thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead. Let me hear from you, ma'am.
So,
You have to look at me. Talk. All right, what are you suing her for?
Plaintiff Kiana Glover is suing her former friend because she claims she crashed Kiana's car into a ditch, and she has the video to prove it.
Go ahead. Let me hear from you, ma'am. You have to look at me. Talk. All right, what are you suing her for?
okay, well, basically,
Cost of a car.
Okay,
What did she do?
Okay, so what happened was we went to some.
We, as in you and the defendant?
Well, actually, I went to pick up the defendant. And when I called her on the phone, and she was saying she was going through a rough time with her boyfriend. So I goes and I pick her up. We go to another friend's house, and we were all partying and stuff. And so someone wanted to go to the store, so I said she can go to the store. She went to the store, she got back, she parked the car, everyone got out the car. As I'm walking towards my car to get my keys, she spades out, and I'm running after the car, and I had heels on, so I took my shoes off, and I'm like, Lanisha, I'm like, where are you going? What are you doing? And she just kept going. So I'm like, I know I can't, catch up with this car. So I turns around, and I'm walking back to the house. After that, other people were like, Kiana, your car. So I'm really not tripping like that. I'm just like, oh gosh, what happened, So I walks back. I have a video of the way she left my car. When I goes back to my car, I see her walking away from the scene. I'm like, what's going on? Like, we need to we need to figure out what happened, what's going on. Why did you do this? Why did you take my car? Why didn't you give me my keys when I asked you for my keys?
What did she say?
And she just, I guess, I don't know if she was hurt. I don't know if she felt bad, but she was just silent and she just kept going.
Like she
and
was when I asked her to speak.
And everyone was,
she
everyone
gave
was
that,
just
she
like,
gave that
you
look.
know.
That's how she did you too? I believe
and then
you.
I was just like, okay,
I'm an eyewitness.
and she was just like,
go ahead.
and I'm
you
just,
you have the video that's going
like,
to show me
they're
the
like, you need to
aftermath?
just whoop her. No, you need to beat her. She did this and she did that.
Did
and
you
yada,
do
yada,
that?
yada.
You didn't jump
no,
on
I
her,
just,
did
I
you?
just went.
Good.
I really just wanted to
Okay.
understand.
Let me
what was
watch the
going on.
video.
Okay. Sorry. That's how my car was left.
What is that? It's laid on top of.
It's a whole ditch. It's like a grass hill, and it's going down into. And I asked her what happened. She said she was making a U-turn. And the way the streets are, you can see how far. I don't know if you can see how far the streets is, but that doesn't make any sense.
You gotta climb all the way up. I'm sorry.
Excuse
That's
me.
not funny. You lost your car, but that is a long way. You're right. That was a long way that car had to go.
I'm just like, oh my God, you know, and I.
All right. Are you ready to talk now? You don't have anything to say? All right, yeah, I think you should have stayed home today. I'm going to grant you a default judgment. She can't respond to your allegations, and you've shown me at least a minimal amount of evidence to conclude that you are entitled to a judgment. $4,950 as a default judgment. Have a good day.
Thank you. And I'm sorry that our relationship had to work out like this. And just be careful what you do when you drink, you know.
I ain't got nothing to say.